Hi guys, I'm about to show you a video on my Fiat 500 Dualogic system where I didn't know that it was a problem, but it felt like it was a problem, where the car would not go into neutral when it was started. It obviously does now, but at the time I wasn't sure whether it was a problem or not. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure whether it was. As you can see, you know, when it starts, it goes into neutral. The problem is fixed now, as I'll show you later. But yeah, at the time before, if the car was running, if the car was off, it could go into any gear fine. If the car was running, if I went from neutral to drive, which it is now, and I went to try to go back into neutral, it would say not admissible. Now I'll show you that video. As I was saying, I'll show you it straight after this little section. Be in mind that the video that I'm showing you, I actually didn't know how to fix it, and I was asking the question on how to fix it, but on conclusion of that video, I will show you the video of how I fixed it and what I did to fix it. So just stay tuned and watch the first one, and that way you'll kind of know whether that is your problem, and you'll see the system of it being the problem and what I've done for the solution. Okay guys, I'm doing a short video on, I've got the Dualogic manual auto on the Fiat 500. Now, I don't know if this is an issue or not, but I want to show you guys something. If I got the ignition on, right, it says auto, I can go into neutral and it'll go into neutral. I'll go into reverse and it'll go into reverse. I'll go into drive and it'll go into drive. It's fine, everything goes. I'll go back into neutral and it goes into neutral. But if I start the car up and I'm in neutral like now, if I go into reverse, it'll go into reverse. If I go into drive, it'll go into drive like normal. But my problem is I actually can't go back into neutral. It says operation not admissible. So I'll go into reverse, it's fine. But if I try to go back into neutral while the car is running, it's not admissible. If that's meant to be like that, fine. If that's not, does anyone know? Has anyone else dealt with this? Any response would be great. Thank you. Bye. Now following up on that video, that when I wasn't sure whether it was meant to go into neutral when the car was running, it was meant to go into neutral when the car was running, so it was an issue that needed to be sorted out. Now I have sorted that out. I did a bit of research and I asked a few questions around, and only one person in the world, actually a lady from the UK, gave me the answer. And funny enough, well, not funny enough because I feel sorry for her, she actually spent thousands doing everything else before we came up with she came up with the solution, or her mechanic actually called Fiat in Italy and told him, and he told him that, you know, he had changed everything. But actually, let me show you first that it does now work, and I'll tell you how it's fixed. So now that the car's running, I can go out of neutral, go into drive, go into reverse, and now I can actually go back into neutral and it doesn't beep, and so not admissible. So it is working now. Now, it's not technically a gearbox problem. It is actually the accelerator. Yeah, sounds weird, but it's actually the accelerator. The accelerator on this car, now I'm going to turn the car off, now that you know that it's actually working. The accelerator on this car is what they call a fly-by-wire. So it's it runs off a electrical current. There's a box. So I'm going to show you how to take it off, because you either have to replace it, or I actually noticed something which you might not even have to replace it, you just have to adjust something. Okay, so to take it off, you literally have, there's that bolt up here, right, so where my hand is, and there's another one down here, and there's actually a third one just at the top corner here. You can't really see it from the camera, but it's just in that top corner there. Then there's a, if you look further up, trying to get something, those wires that are right there, that I can point here, right, those wires there, they plug in. So the accelerator actually pulls off those 3 bolts, all you need, and there's a plug of wire. Now I actually replaced my pedal, not knowing, well, when I found out that the other lady replaced her pedal, and that's what fixed it, I went and bought another pedal, and I put it on and it worked, right? But I've got my other pedal here. Now this is what I'm going to show you, okay? Just give me a moment. Okay, so I've got the pedal here, right? So that's my original pedal. Now, as you can see, there's the 1, 2, and the 3rd bolt on the bottom there that holds it on, and up here is the wiring section. But what I noticed, if you spin it on its side, there's these 3 bolts, right, 3 screws that hold the fly-by-wire setup. Now they're slotted. So in my theory here, it means that there's this fly-by-wire is adjustable. So what I think the problem is that it's slightly gone out of line, which is not allowing it to take neutral. So I don't know whether you need to go up or down on these slots, but if you try an adjustment, either going up or down on it, or your mechanic does, or whatever, that could actually fix the problem, right, without even replacing anything. Because by me replacing my pedal and it worked, I never touched these screws on the pedal that I replaced it with. But that makes sense. You know, everything else, the gears were changing great, like you name it, it just wouldn't go into neutral. Now, when I replaced the pedal, it did go into neutral. So to me, it sounds like that something around there is not reading right. If the pedal was the problem. So the wiring of the pedal is obviously wasn't reading right. So in my opinion, right, if these screws are adjustable, which they are, adjusting it one way or the other, in theory, should allow it to go into neutral. It's worth trying, it really is worth trying to see if that works before you spend any money. You know, this poor lady prior spent thousands. Like, she changed all the clutches in her gearbox. She changed a switch which is on the left-hand side of the vehicle. That's got to do with, I think, a brake or the brake switch or something like that. She changed that, which obviously didn't do it, and it ended up being the accelerator. Now, being that it is the accelerator, right, I strongly feel, but by adjusting these screws or adjusting the angle of this, it should fix it. It should. If someone does try this and it does fix it, please leave a comment or something below, because I would love to know whether by adjusting this it works. instead of having to spend the money to actually replace accelerator. I would like to know whether it worked. I'm not going to try it on the car, because now that it's fixed and it's working, it's not worth mucking around with. You know, like I don't want to. But if someone before they spend the money on buying another accelerator, does do an adjustment and try it out and it does work, I really would love to know. I hope this video helps anyone else that has this issue, and please let me know, and I'd love to know that it's worked for you as well. Okay, thank you. Bye.